Bruce, David Anderson will remain in jail with no bail. That happened today while he was in court. Also, while we got a chance to see Anderson in court today, he remains on suicide watch. He was quiet as he sat waiting to be called before the judge, but would look around every couple of minutes to see who was in court, and then even spoke to an officer before being called by the judge. Anderson was arrested for possession of...
Welcome to Inside Evil Interrogations, where we examine the psychological intricacies behind real criminal cases. Today, we delve into the interrogation of Danquies Anderson, a teenager accused of shooting and killing Joshua Purcell during a confrontation that was live-streamed. Anderson was captured on video approaching Purcell, contradicting his self-defense claims. As he realizes the murder was recorded, Anderson's composure begins to unravel, exposing the complex tactics he employs to evade accountability. Anderson starts the interrogation with a calm and reserved demeanor, appearing cooperative but providing minimal information. When asked about his presence during the incident, he claims he was just there, framing himself as an innocent bystander who had no active role. Forensic experts would interpret this approach as a classic distancing technique, where suspects attempt to avoid direct acknowledgement of involvement while gauging how much evidence detectives have against them.
And I know it's hard. We sit here and we ask these things of you.
So my brother said this. So when somebody gets shot, and it's a witness, you're gonna have to come in and tell y'all everything what happened. And they're gonna have to testify, ain't it? You're gonna have to testify, right?
So you're thinking I could probably get my brother not to testify?
No, and I'm talking, ain't somebody else,
yeah. Your brother, if this was to go to a courtroom setting, for a multitude of reasons, be it a trial, he'd even get called at some hearings, he get called at, deposition, so on and so forth. Yes, he's going to have to say what he said in here. They're going to ask him the same questions that we asked him.
If Anderson's brother changed his story at the trial, it would likely only serve to make Anderson look even more guilty, and a jury would most likely believe he had been coerced.
And I'll be honest, if he changes his story, you know what they're going to do?
What?
Hit play on the video. And then not only is he's in trouble for trying to protect you again. That's asking a lot of Danny to change his statement, to go back against what he's already said under oath. That will be asking a lot of him. I know that people do it all the time, people on the streets and everything. But if you do that to your own brother, he's going to have to pay the price for that.
So what the person who did it have to pay the price?
The person who did it?
Yeah.
The person who asked your brother to change his statement? No. Yeah. Yeah, they would.
What you trying to say?
They would. They would have to pay the price for that, but so would he. They would impeach his testimony by playing the video of his statement.
As I was like, told y'all keep saying the same stuff over and over.
I know. I get tired of listening to myself talk. I really do. I want you to talk for a change.
I talk all the time I've been here.
Okay.
One time I don't talk to anybody in here.
Would you like to tell us what happened?
About what?
Oh, I don't know. What you watched on TV last night? No, about the shooting that we're investigating.
I know you're talking about the whole shooting, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about TV. I'm talking about what we're talking about right now.
Okay. All right. how do you feel that your mom, Miss Stephanie, believes Danny? Especially after watching the video, listening to some of the evidence that we have. That she believes Danny. When Danny says that there was a threat coming in the house and you went out there to deal with it. How does that make you feel? That she believes Danny. Go ahead.
You going to the bathroom?
You can have this seat if you want.
So what's the, I mean, what, I came back to what was what?
He's still not telling us anything.
Who was in the bathroom?
They said it was crying.
I don't know.
So you went in the room talking with who?
I wouldn't see him crying. I ain't see him crying. I went to the bathroom, then I went downstairs to smoke a cigarette, but I ain't see him crying.
You was in the room with him, wasn't it?
Yeah, but not all the time. I went to go use the bathroom and I went to go smoke a cigarette. I don't know if he was crying or not. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you just see right now what he was doing?
Who finna go use the bathroom?
He was normal?
Yeah, just sitting on his phone thing and talking to me.
He doesn't seem to think it's affecting him that he had to tell on his
Anderson is trying to determine how truthful the detectives have been about his brother's statement.
brother. He's trying to help his own brother out. You're not trying to help yourself.
I mean, I don't know. My head's starting to hurt and I want to go. I mean, I don't know.
I didn't want me to sit up here and tell him something I don't know.
Your own brother said, you know. Your own brother told, your mom sat in there and heard what he said.
And then
your mom saw that video and saw that the threat was coming your way.
And then if you see the video, you probably would go ahead and tell them what you need to tell them because
He saw the video that night. He saw it that night. That's why he went out there.
somebody was on there. Cause just like I was telling my son, I say somebody was on there because the boy was saying, "Oh pussy, you know where we at or something, and just come out the door. We can fight here in the grass and all this and all that." And somebody was saying, "Well, how far you wheels?" or some shit like that. Like he was talking to somebody on the video. Somebody was watching.
Was that me or?
I don't know.
I ain't doing nobody lie, bro. Come on, nothing about nothing.
Okay, so you're saying that Danny's lying when Danny said he saw this live. Well, then that's what we're asking you. When Danny said he saw this live and brought it and showed it to you and you saw it and you were watching it and then you decided to leave the house and go protect you guys. You're saying that Danny's lying about that.
Never said that.
Okay, then tell us what happened.
I'm not gonna tell you something I don't know about.
You do know about that. That directly affects you. Danny came to you. One thing I can promise you, if you walk out of this door today without giving the truth, this is your last chance to give that truth.
What you mean if I walk the door out? What you mean?
I mean, if you don't tell us your story, your side of it, we cannot make a self-defense case for you. That can't happen without you.
Baby, if it was me, I would have talked to them.
I understand what you're talking about.
And it seemed like she trying to fucking help because if I would have thought them people was against us, baby, let me tell you something. See, she know what she talking about. She trying to seem like she trying to help you.
Detectives begin to probe Anderson about his relationship with Purcell and the events leading up to the shooting. Anderson provides vague answers, claiming he didn't know Purcell well and wasn't involved in any confrontation. As detectives press for specifics, Anderson grows visibly uncomfortable, shifting his story slightly to imply he felt threatened. Forensic analysis would view this behavior as an attempt to lay the groundwork for a self-defense narrative, a common tactic used by suspects to justify their presence and actions without admitting full guilt.
They say, well, baby, let me tell you something. And then you don't even want to.
Cause he asked me the same questions over and over, bro.
And I think they telling the truth that they trying to, because they gonna see out their own eyes and they heard it. And then when they send it to the state gonna look at it. Them people was saying what they was coming to do and they had the guns. You don't even want to trust them and seeing can they do it for self-defense. Instead of getting...
I'm not gonna sit up here and tell nobody something I don't know nothing about.
Well, baby, guess what?
You'll get 10 years for self-defense, bro. Not on that, bro.
10 years for self-defense. Baby, let me tell you.
People walk out the door for self-defense. We just had one a couple weeks ago.
Instead of a life, first-degree murder. That's life.
Anderson's mother tries to convince him to tell the truth. She has seen the video, and she knows that continuing to insist he wasn't involved is going to end badly. Unsurprisingly, Anderson thinks he knows better.
Something that I didn't do.
I don't know who did what, but they already know where the fuck I was. I was in my house, and I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm ready to go and everything.
Guns out.
Can I wait outside, like the main entrance?
We gotta get someone to walk you out, yeah.
Okay. What about Danny? He still got to be...
Hang on a second.
Okay, I'll be out the door.
Alright.
Sometimes he says when people walk free from self-defenses.
People happen all the time. Did you not see what happened on Putnam Street about a month ago?
What happened?
Someone shot and killed somebody, and he was self-defense, and he didn't have to go to jail. It happens all the time. All the time. It was all in the media. Did you not read it?
You gotta do a license.
No, we want a license. You ain't gotta have a license to have a gun. Did you not hear that?
No, and
There's no such thing as a license. You only have to have a license to carry it concealed. In other words, to carry it concealed, hidden on your person. That's the only reason you need a license, concealed carry. You don't have to have a license to have a gun. You don't have to have a license to have a gun in your house. You don't have to have a license to defend yourself with a gun. You're not a convicted felon, right? You're allowed to have a gun. If that's the part that you're worried about, I just laid it out for you. You're not a convicted felon. You were defending yourself. It was 300 feet, 300 yards from your house.
Y'all finna have me in there. If I don't tell y'all nothing, y'all finna lock me up, bro.
If the evidence points that way, like your mom said, we gotta present everything to the state attorney. We can't present to them and argue for a self-defense case if you don't tell us. They're the ones who make that decision. I have to be able to go to them and give them everything in the case, all the evidence we have, including all the statements from everybody, including those from Danny.
I'm not gonna throw my life away, bro, for that bullshit.
It's not throwing your life away. This is what you're gonna do to save your life, because the other option is throwing your life away. That's what I'm telling you. Self-defense is the part that's gonna save your life.
I'm gonna do down to 10 years, bro.
Did you not hear me say how people walk away from self-defense all day long?
It's not, bro.
We just had one over off Putnam. A black man killed a white man, and he walked away because why? It was self-defense. Someone was coming to attack him, and he defended himself. That was in the media. Everybody out there was talking about it. He walked out the door. Didn't get arrested, nothing. He came down here, sat in this room, and told us how he felt, told us what he thought was going to happen, and what he had to do for it. And guess what? We drove his ass back home. Yes, that's what happened. It happens all the time. we're trying to do is prevent you from, as you say, throw your life away. You think the self-defense side is throwing away. No, that's not the part that's going to throw it away. You not claiming your self-defense is what's going to throw it away. Because then I got to go to the state with everything I have that points towards you, including the statement from Danny, and say he's denying it. He won't claim self-defense. You're the only one that can claim self-defense. You're the only one that can claim what was going through your head at that time when you saw that video and you went out there. You're the only one. Danny can't do it for you. He tried. In his mind, that's what you were doing. You were defending your family.
That's it. Man, you can ask that.
Ask it.
Do I have to talk to y'all? Not in no bad way. I'm just.
Yeah, you're sitting here talking to us now. This is your chance. This is your chance to claim your self-defense. This is your chance to claim what you were doing out there. Because, like I said, otherwise everything's going to be presented to the state attorney. And we're going to say, nope, he wanted to deny being there, said he was never there, even though we could prove that he was. He wanted to deny seeing the live video, even though we could prove that he did.
So
He wanted to, yes, we can prove it through all the evidence in the case, and I don't have to lay that out here for you, but you'll see it if you want to take it that road. Okay? I've been in contact with your mom since day one, trying to help you guys out.
I know.
Okay? I can't help you if you're not willing to help yourself.
I'm saying though, bro, I can just sit up here and just tell you some shit about some self-defense, bro.
No, you got to tell me about what actually happened that day. And if that's not how you want to word it however you need to word it, but I have to hear it from you to be able to make that argument.
While Anderson comes across as stubborn, it may be that he wants the detective to convince him that he isn't going to go to prison.
The state attorney's office.
So then if I don't do that, what's going to go to trial then? I'm going to be charged.
It's going to be the state attorney's decision. Absolutely, it's their decision. Whatever they decide to charge you with. And then by that time, it's too late to go on the stand and claim self-defense. Because they're going to look at it, you had every opportunity to do it. You didn't ask for this. You didn't ask for them to come to your house. You didn't ask for them to threaten you guys.
What's your felony? You can't be around no guns.
Hmm?
I said, what's your felony? You can't be around no guns.
Yeah, are you a convicted felon? As an adult?
I got burglary charges. I was juvenile though.
That's juvenile. I said, you got any as an adult? No. When you're an adult, it starts over. And we don't want this to go on your record as a negative. People justifiably shoot people all the time.
I know people would have went through the same shit, bro. They was to my self-defense, let it be go.
You probably don't know all the facts of that case because it was legitimately self-defense if they would have walked out. Do you think you legitimately 100% for self-defense in your case? I think you do. But I can't claim it for you. Danny thinks you did.
But I'm saying though,
every case is different. You cannot weigh what you think someone else went through on you because you know why? You only know what they told you. You don't know everything in that case. This case, you know everything. You're involved in this one. You know what happened on that video. You know what you were doing. You know what happened a month before when someone already came to your house and put a gun to your mother's head. You know all those things come into play when you're defending yourself in your house. They were close enough to your house to where, yes, that can be defense. You did not want them to get to your brother and your mother.
I'm saying, ain't no way you can sit here and tell me, oh, I ain't talking about me, I'm just saying anybody. Anybody saying, oh, it was at the fence. You can just let them all walk free.
Yeah, we did. Just told you we did that a month ago.
I don't believe that.
Well, it's in the freaking media. Why don't you look it up? It happened.
Detectives introduce evidence from witness testimonies that place Anderson closer to the confrontation than he previously claimed. Anderson begins to stammer and provides evasive answers, insisting he doesn't remember certain details. This behavior suggests he is attempting to avoid addressing discrepancies in his story, a sign of cognitive dissonance where his initial narrative conflicts with emerging evidence. Forensic experts would see this as a red flag, indicating potential fabrication.
It happens all the time. I've done that many of times. Many of times we've done it. He literally came down here, sat in the same room you're sitting in. He was down here for a few hours. Yeah. Because just like you, everybody's hesitant to say that they killed somebody, that they shot somebody, because they're afraid. But when he finally came off and was able to explain what happened, it was a completely justifiable shooting. And he literally got back in the car and was driven back home before officers were even done searching his house. It happens all the time. The difference is there's other shootings that you're probably thinking of that you might know people in that they think it's justified and it's not. I've been sitting here telling you since day one. Your mom saw the video. She understands that it would be. Hell, Danny thinks that that's exactly what you're doing. You were going down there to defend us. Or them.
Is it okay if my son step in?
No, no ma'am.
Okay.
Can you step back now, please?
You know what it is?
Yeah.
I just told your mom exactly what's happening, and she's done. She's going home. She has asked us to drive her home. I don't know what else you want, ma'am. They gave you every chance in the world to talk to them.
Why you still trying to leave?
Are you ready to talk? I'll go get my folder and I'll come right back if you're ready to talk.
Y'all just listen, bro.
Listen to what? I'll sit down for 5 minutes. If you ain't started talking the truth, then I'm going to make that phone call.
Anderson is becoming stressed. Everything is closing in on him. And if he doesn't change his story, he's looking at a first-degree murder charge.
Lock me up, bro.
I was trying not to. How long did it take? How long did it take before I put that on you? Because I'm trying to get the truth out of you.
Bro.
That's what I'm trying to not happen.
Y'all talking about self-defense, bro. I already know what that self-defense is. I'm gonna have to go in there and sit and wait, bro.
No.
Y'all gonna take me straight to the county, bro.
No. Only if you ain't gonna provide a statement. So I'm sitting here. I'm giving you 5 minutes before I walk out and go call the state attorney's office. If you start talking with the truth,
So
I'll go call them and I'll have an actual statement and I can make the argument of self-defense for you.
So I'm not going to the county.
I don't know until I call the state attorney's office. Right now you're being detained on suspicion of homicide.
I don't know what.
Are you going to talk with the truth this time?
Listen.
So I can make that argument for you or not?
Listen. People to myself. I'm just trying to understand, bro. To myself defense, bro.
We sat in here and gone over it with you over and over and over and over and over again.
People still get life behind that shit.
No, not
bro.
for self-defense. No, I have never heard of anybody getting life for self-defense.
10
Never. I've been
years.
doing this for 12 years.
I know somebody who got 10 years for self-defense right now.
Okay, and do you know all the facts of their case? All of the facts of their case? No. You know all the facts of your case. You know that the officers have sat here, the investigators have sat here with you multiple times for multiple months, talking to your family, trying to get you all to do the right thing so we can close it out and argue the self-defense. Because that's what I would go do when I make the call to the state attorney. I'm going to do that argument tonight. But I can't do it without your statement. So we're now at 3 minutes. We've wasted 2 minutes arguing over this.
You got 3 minutes, bro. If this man says self-defense, I'm gonna have to go to the county.
Not always. Didn't I just tell
Not
you that
always.
someone a month ago, someone called self-defense and we drove their butts home.
You know, trying to make it seem like, oh, you been lying already. You already was lying, so it ain't.
I can wash everything you said before away if you tell me the truth right now. And I'll go to him and tell him your statement. Tell him he came in, he was initially hesitant,
Can't
but
promise me that.
Huh? I can promise you that's exactly what I'll go tell him. When he came in, he was initially hesitant, understandably. You ain't the first person to sit in here and take hours to finally admit to it. You're not going to be the last.
But I'm for running 10 years to my self-defense.
What do you think 10 years? Have you ever had a conviction as an adult?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you know how exactly. You know how the point system works? There's no way. Did you intentionally go and try to kill somebody in cold blood because that's all you want to do is kill somebody and walk away?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what you did is you defended your house. A threat was coming to your house. What we call in law enforcement a credible threat was coming to your house. You knew they had fire. You knew that they've already come. Someone in their friend group has already come to your house a month before and held a gun to your mom's head. You knew what they were coming to do. And you wanted to stop them before they got to your mom and your brother.
But you don't gotta rush me though. You don't gotta rush me. You don't gotta rush me, bro. So
well then tell me the truth.
You just have to just walk out and just leave me in here. You call the attorney and just.
No, this is how it works. This is how it works. So are you gonna tell me the truth? We're now at a minute and a half.
You really got the time on?
I really do.
I'm sorry. Cause y'all saying at this point, oh y'all just know it's him.
No, it's everything adds up to one.
That's what I'm saying.
And your brother even said it was you. And you know we're not lying about that. Your mom sat there and told you your brother said it was you.
This is crazy as fuck, bro. So ain't no way I can sit here and tell you, oh, this was self-defense.
You can tell me what happened,
Yeah.
and I can articulate it. I'm not asking you to.
Y'all know what happened. Y'all got the video.
But I can't. I have to have it from your mouth. What happened after you saw the video and you left that house and went down there? I have to have it from you. I can't claim it for you. You're the only one that can claim this for yourself. The only one. Danny tried. He can't. The law doesn't work that way. We can't go based on Danny thinking you were going down there to defend you. Do we think that's what happened? Yes. But the only one that can say that is you.
Damn, y'all really trying to lock me up.
You're the only one that can save you from this. The only one.
I'm not trying to self-defense, bro. I'm like facing all that time, bro. That's what you understand, bro. You got responsibilities out here, man.
Anderson is very focused on spending 10 years in prison for self-defense. It is unknown how he came up with that number, but it is likely something that he read online, or it was a sentence received by someone he knows. I recently released another Patreon exclusive video, this time showing a woman who drove so recklessly she ended up plunging into a house, killing all 4 of her passengers, who happened to be her friends and co-workers. Watch her interrogation plus many more Patreon exclusive videos at patreon.com/Stranger Stories Plus.
I understand, okay? And first degree murder is like life in prison or death penalty. I've told you out how many times people walk out of here all the time if it's a legitimate self-defense case and I can call the state attorney and make that case. It just happened a month ago off of Putnam. It just happened. We drove him home after he admitted to shooting somebody. Because you know what? That person was coming to kill him.
Y'all know that they was coming to kill somebody.
Right, but we can't articulate it. He had to sit in here and tell us how he felt when he saw the video, what he thought was going to happen, and what he did to prevent that from happening. That's what we've been asking you to do for the past several hours.
thought was forcing it on me. It's my self-defense to give first degree murder.
We weren't forcing it. We were telling you that's the only options a homicide goes. Those are your only options for charges in a homicide. Whether it's a justifiable homicide, which is a self-defense, or it's a you intended to kill somebody homicide.
But I still know people who got 10 years from self-defense.
But you don't know what their cases are. You know your case, right? You know everything about this case. You know what you saw, you know what you did, and you know why you did it. You know what those other cases you're talking about, you know what they're telling you. You don't know everything that happened in that case.
The detectives reveal that they have video footage from the live stream showing Anderson approaching Purcell before any apparent threat was posed. Anderson's demeanor shifts to defensive, claiming he misread the situation and thought Purcell was reaching for a weapon. His explanation becomes inconsistent, but he tries to portray his actions as a mistake. This response is a common tactic when suspects are caught with concrete evidence. They attempt to deflect intent by attributing their actions to confusion or a misunderstanding.
It was self-defense. Somebody was trying to fight on me, you killed them.
Fighting is different. Fighting is different. When someone's trying to fight and then you shoot, you knew that these boys were showing up with a gun. They said it on the live. You cannot measure your case next to theirs. Just like, remember, Investigator Robert sat here and tried to give you a scenario of someone coming in the house and you said that's different? Yes, your case is different from that guy's case also. Your case is different than the person you know's case. Every case is different. How long have I sat here? You think investigators who work homicides and are trying to work a homicide stay in contact with the mother of the person they think did it? That try to help them, try to make sure that they're okay, put them in a hotel so they don't get harmed? That don't happen. Because I know what happened. I know that they were coming to cause you guys harm.
I know you that, but
and I've sat in here for hours trying to help you, okay?
But I just don't want to sit here and believe that you're telling me if it's going to be that.
But it's not, I'm not, you gotta understand, I'm not just telling you now. I've been telling you this for how many months? I told you this when you were up here that first time. I've been telling your mom and I have been constant communication over text message for the past 8 months. Through everything else going on in Tallahassee, I've stayed in contact with your mom to make sure you guys were safe. Because I know y'all did what you had to do to protect yourselves and protect your family. But we're now at the point to where we gotta close it. We gotta put it all on the table and we need to get it done with. Okay? I'm about to go make that call. Do you want me making that call without you providing your side? Because if I do that, they're not gonna look good on it. I can tell you that right now. You have to be the one to claim it. Your brother can't claim it for you. I can't claim it for you. You can tell me and I can call and be like, listen, he came in here. He was hesitant. He was scared. He didn't want to ruin the rest of his life. But he eventually came up and he told me he had to do what he had to do to protect his family. This is how he did it. And this is why he thought he had to do it. You got all the police reports. You got everything to back you up. Everything leading up to this, you got to back you up. That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time.
I just don't even want to face no years, bro. I don't even want to face no
And you can't even understand that right now because we have to get past this point to even know if that's even a possibility. You could be walking out the front door today. Or the back door, whichever door my car is at. But I can't, if you're gonna sit here and not tell everything, I can't make that argument for you. I can't. That's the way self-defense works. You have to be the one. You have to be the one to tell me how it went down. You have to be the one to tell me why you felt you had to do it. Even though we know from the video what we can assume how you were feeling and what you wanted to do, we can't take assumptions into the court. We can't use that with law. The law is pretty specific on how it works. And I know you're stuck on the friend you know that claims they had self-defense and they got 10 years, their case is not your case.
So you're telling me
What I'm telling you is right here. You lay it out for me. Tell me what happened that night. Tell me how it happened and why you had to do it, even though we know we need to hear it from you, okay? You tell me that. I'm going to step out of here. I'm going to go call the state attorney's office. I'm going to lay it all out for them. Tell them everything I have in the case. Tell them what I saw in the video, which is disturbing. Your mama saw it. You saw how upset she was when she came in here. Okay? That video is disturbing. You think if you were to go to court and play that video in court, you know,
I'm gonna have to go to court?
no.
If it's self-defense?
I'm saying on the other side. You might not have to. There's plenty of times they say, no, we're not charging anybody. He was justified in doing that. We close it out. No court involved. Danny won't have to get on the stand and testify. Nobody will have to do that. I can't tell you definitely on anything until you tell me how it all laid out so I can go and argue that with the state attorney. And that's what I need to do.
You gonna have to argue that with them?
I will argue that with them tonight and tell you what their answer is. But I can't do it until you give me your statement, unless you want me to go without your statement.
Once I tell you that, you finna go and call them.
Yes.
They have to be in here.
Yeah. Well, I'll undo your back and I'll handcuff you to the chair so your arms aren't stuck behind your back.
After that, then what?
And then I'll call them and talk to them on the phone. And then I come back in and let you.
The detective can tell that Anderson is on the brink of confessing, but he is still hesitant when he hears that the detective will have to convince the state attorney that this is self-defense.
You know what they say. And if they say you're completely justified, which we think is the case, we're going to take those off you and we're going to take your butt home. And then you will never have to hear from this again. But if I go and talk to them,
promise?
Yeah, if that's what
happens,
if I can promise that if that's what the state attorney's decision is to not charge you.
See?
I can't tell you until you tell me. I cannot say anything 100% until you tell me what you say and I make that call to them. But I can 100% tell you that I will argue to them your statement. And that's me as an investigator, a homicide investigator.
If it was self-defense, I won't be facing no time.
Yeah, if it's 100% self-defense, you should not be facing any time. But I'm not the one to make that decision, and I can't make that decision without hearing from you, without hearing your account. I cannot make any promises to you of any way other than the only promise I can make is that once you give me your statement, I am going to go make that call to the state attorney, and I can promise you that I'm going to argue for your statement and what happened, and that you guys were defending yourselves. But that's as long as your statement lines up. That will be my argument. That's what I'm going to do when I make that call to the state attorney. And then when they see everything, I'm going to send them the video so they can see the video themselves. Okay? So they can see what you were looking at. They can see and know what was coming your way. But I can't do anything without a statement from you. I mean, I can, but I can't argue for self-defense for you without your statement. That's the hard part. I can't argue your self-defense. Only you can do that.
So my brother really said that?
Yeah, your mom sat here and told you he said it. Your brother sat there. He
was crying?
He did tear up in his eyes a little bit. It's not like it was boo-hoo crying coming out. He teared up when he said it. He's like, he was going to defend us. He was defending us. Is what he looked at me in my eyes and told me. And he didn't come off it right away because he was scared. He didn't want to get you in trouble. But your mom understood. I've been talking to your mom since day one, explaining to her. You guys were
I'm just not trying. I understand about what you're saying, but I'm not trying to go for no self-defense, but I'm trying to do some other shit, bro. That shit's serious.
It is serious. But you're in it. You're in it.
I know that.
You're in it. That's plain and simple. We can't get you 100% out of it because you're in it. The only thing we can do is that we can put the truth out there. Haven't you ever heard the saying, the truth will set you free? In your case, your truth is pretty free.
You think that?
I think so. I've been working this case since day one. And I've thought that since day one. I've never once lied to your brother, or your mom, or to you. I've sat here and told you truths on everything. I talked to your mom and your brothers multiple times.
They ain't gonna try to make it seem like I was tampering with evidence.
We don't care about tampering with evidence. I'm the one making the charges. When the state attorney tells me, I'm the one that's like, okay, where are we worried about tampering with evidence? Because you got rid of a gun?
I ain't talking about that. So what you're saying is gonna be up to you?
It's good that the state attorneys make the charges on whether or not you get charged with murder, okay? Or if they're gonna say they believe it's self-defense. They make those final decisions.
What if they don't believe that? What if they don't believe that?
They're not gonna believe it if I don't have a statement from you, because no one can claim it but you.
Y'all ain't never do this before. Y'all ain't do this the first time. Y'all got me locked up in it, dude. For real, for real.
Yeah. Well, that's where we're at. That's where we're at now. Are you ready? Because we're way past our 5 minutes.
Just listen. You got time on there?
I got a few minutes on my hands. Yeah, I know I got a state attorney waiting for me to call them, so we can't keep them waiting forever either. But I'm ready to. I'll sit here and listen. If you want to start talking, I will shut up and I'll let you tell me from start to finish how it happened and why you felt you had to do it. That's what I'll sit here and do.
Bro, I know somebody who like I said,
but I'm saying you can't worry about what someone else did and compare their case. Like you yourself said, when Investigator Roberts, that's different.
Detectives press further, questioning Anderson on why he was armed during the encounter. Anderson becomes increasingly agitated, claiming he carries a weapon for protection due to his environment. He tries to shift the focus away from his actions, implying that he acted out of self-preservation. Forensic experts would interpret this as an attempt to externalize blame, a tactic often used by suspects to portray themselves as victims of circumstance rather than intentional aggressors.
Each case is different, and the outcome will be based on multiple factors. Just because there are similarities does not mean the charges or sentences will be the same as well.
That person's case is different than your case. You know your case.
Robert gonna be like, see, he already knew. That's some nasty shit, bro.
Who cares what nasty shit they do, as long as you and your family's safe, right?
Yeah, man.
That's all that matters, right?
It be recorded when I be talking to y'all, yeah?
Yes.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Bro.
Did you ask for this to happen? Did you want this to happen? No. Did they bring it to your doorstep? Just hypothetically, or I guess metaphorically speaking, they bring it to your doorstep, almost to your doorstep, completely, literally, but you decided you wanted to protect your brother and your mom.
Fucking walls. They almost killed people.
Exactly. But I need you to tell me.
I can't walk around.
You can stand up for a minute. You can't walk very well in those.
Good, bro. Who that other lady was? She's just so straightforward, bro.
Yeah. She's one of my partners. She works in my unit as well. Me, her, and Investigator Roberts work closely together all the time. She's been working this case since day one with me as well.
Shit been going on for too long.
Exactly. So let's wrap it up. Let's get it to where you don't have to ever hear from it again. You can graduate from high school, go to college, whatever it is you want to do. I wasn't in here when you were talking to Investigator Roberts on what your future plans are.
What?
What was it?
Welding.
Welding. You make a lot of money doing welding.
You told me.
So.
There's a camera in there? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you ready to put it out there so we can get it done with?
So then I'm gonna have to, you gonna go talk to him, you gonna be like, oh.
Yep, and then you wait here while I call them, and then I'm gonna come back and tell you everything they tell me.
No, I'm not just talking about if I was to not to give a statement, they're gonna be like, oh.
Then I'm gonna call him, and I still have to go call him, and I'm gonna tell him, and like he denied being there, and he refused to provide any kind of claims of self-defense or anything like that, and they have to just go on everything else.
Self-defense, either way, I'm going to go to court.
Not always. The guy that got let out a month ago didn't have to go to court. The case got closed out. I can't make any guarantees because, like I said, I can't make those promises to you, but I can promise you that I'm going to call and give them all the facts of the case, and if you
So if you want to do that, they'll leave it up to you, type shit?
No, I call them, and they make the decision on whether or not you will be charged. The state attorney makes that decision.
But if they make a bad decision,
I've never seen that happen here.
I ain't trying to get a mess, bro.
I understand that, but you're already in it. That's what I'm telling you. It's not like you're not in something and you're trying to...
Basically what I'm saying is either way.
You're in it. You're in it. Either way, you're in it. One way or another, you're in it. We're trying to make it the easiest way for you.
Damn.
You didn't make this decision for yourself. They brought it to you. They made this decision for you. Okay? They made that decision. Only you can help yourself get out of it.
You can't let off self-defense. I thought that was only for you only had a licensed gun.
You don't, what did I tell you? Do you pay attention to gun laws, really? There's no such thing as license for gun. It's a license to concealed carry, is what you're hearing.
No, I'm saying if you get caught with a gun, you don't supposed to have it. That's the whole gun charge, ain't it?
Only if you are a convicted felon as an adult. Are you? No. You only have juvenile charges.
Oh, you only got juvenile charges.
Okay.
So.
And if you're concealed carrying a gun.
So anything happens.
You defending yourself with a firearm is not cause. We've even had people who self-defense and they were felons with a gun, but they legally defended themselves, and they didn't even. The state chose not to charge them with even the felon in possession of a firearm because they defended themselves.
Alright, so what about their family wanting justice?
Well, we will handle that, and if we need to protect our family, we will. I've done it before. I've put your mom in a hotel. I've done it before.
I'm talking about, bruh. This is crazy. Fuck, bruh.
It is, but
This is crazy.
it is what it is. We're in it. You're in it. It doesn't matter. There's no taking it back. You can't turn back time.
The detective has gone over the 5 minutes she had given Anderson, but she can tell that if she pushes just a little longer, she will be able to get the information she needs.
I know going
We
back.
just have to do what we have to do from here, and do what we can to get you out of it.
So, and we're gonna give me proof. No, I can't keep asking you that, bro.
No, I need you to tell me what happened, because the state attorney's not going to be sitting around waiting forever. They're waiting for my call.
Real talk.
Real talk. They're waiting for my call.
So they waiting on you, like what
Yeah,
you doing?
they know that I should be getting information from you and having the final piece and calling them.
So you know about my brother or something? About Danny?
Hmm?
They know about Danny?
They don't know about Danny yet, but they will when I call them. They knew we were talking to you all today.
And you knew like today, like, oh yeah, like today, like we ain't playing with the animal.
Yeah. That's what I told you, and that's what I told your mom. Today is the day.
You said the state attorney?
The state attorney's office.
The state attorney helped me fight or beat my case?
They're the ones who decide whether or not they're going to prosecute you. And that's what the call is I have to make. Call them to see if they're going to prosecute you.
Prosecute? What
So
do
it
they...
means they say, yes, we're going to prosecute, or no, he was justified in killing him, we're not going to prosecute, close it out, he's good to go.
That sounds so good to be true.
Really?
That
Well,
sounds so...
have you not seen all the ones that have happened lately? There's been a lot.
You can't just tell me that and then just expect me to believe that, you know? You can't just tell me
That's
that.
the way it works. I don't know what else to tell you to make you believe it. It's the way it works. I'm about to walk out of here and make that phone call.
Come on.
Okay, well then you need to tell me, because we've been here for 5 hours now.
So if you walk out of the room, you're gonna tell him, oh, he ain't giving no statement.
I'm gonna say he denied it, and he's back and forth. He's denying being there, and he don't want to give anything. I don't tell him who to prosecute or not. I just tell him the facts of the case. Now I can argue for a self-defense case. I've done it before. I'll do it again.
So basically what you're saying, ain't gonna be no 10 years or none of that.
I can't tell you what it's going to be until you tell me what.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I can't give you a guarantee. You have to tell me what happened, and I have to go and make that call to them. So I'm about to walk out and go make that call. Unless you are going to talk right now.
They're going to be like, man, lock his ass up. Man, we ain't playing with it.
Yeah, they probably will if you don't tell the truth. What did I tell you? Only you can claim self-defense. No one else can claim. I can't go claim it for you. If you give me this statement, I have this backup. Like you said, there's video and there's audio in here. I mean, like, this is what he told me. You can go see it. This is how it happened. His brother told me. His brother said he went out to defend us. On the same audio video recording. But if I go out there now, without that from you, they're going to want to charge you.
Right, they're going to charge me, bro.
There's a chance.
Oh, murder charge.
Yeah.
That shit.
Murder is a lot worse than a self-defense. And a self-defense, there's a good chance that you can walk out the door today.
I'm saying something. People going to know that.
Who's going to know that? Nobody's going to know that until...
They was trying to kill us. And they been was trying to do...
I know what they were for no reason. I know what they were trying to do, but it's not your fault that they came to your door and you defended yourself. Okay? You were put in a situation where you had to make a decision. And you made that decision.
And y'all know that.
We do, but I can't claim it for you. You have to tell me. You have to be the one to claim how you were feeling and what went through your head and why you did what you did.
The detectives return to inconsistencies in Anderson's account, especially his shifting stance on feeling threatened. Anderson hesitates, repeating earlier statements but adding details to his story. His body language becomes tense and he avoids eye contact. Forensic analysis would interpret this as a sign of narrative collapse. As Anderson's story is challenged, he struggles to maintain consistency, a common indication that the suspect's account may not align with reality.
That has to be you. I can't do that part for you. Danny couldn't do that part for you either.
Alright, let Danny go. Robert up.
Huh?
Robert.
Roberts, he went to take your mama home. Your mom and Danny home. Let's call him. Alright.
You get your book.
Hard to open this, so I can seal. I'm not getting anything weird. Alright. Do you want me to sit down and talk, or do you just want me to go sit with her? Okay. Alright. Go ahead.
Okay, just do what I gotta ask you. With or without talking, am I going home tonight?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. I just told you we don't make that decision. That's a statement.
The police are unable to make any promises concerning the charges in murder cases. This is up to the state attorney, who may take into account the detective's recommendation or may ignore it completely.
Start, bro. I don't even know where to start, cause like on the video it's like it's deaf. What I'm trying to say.
What do you mean? You said it's deaf?
I said for the video it's there.
Yeah.
You ain't asking me none.
Alright. At what point did you start seeing the video? What were they doing, or could you tell where they were?
No, I can tell where they were, but I know they're somewhere close.
Okay. So who could you see in the video?
Person I was going live.
Okay, and what do you call him by? Do you know their names?
Nah.
You know, nicknames, Instagrams? Okay. If you were going to differentiate between the two, would you say, like, you know, what's the big difference between them? Is it their skin color? Is it their height? Is it their weight? Like, if I say big guy and little guy, you know who I'm talking about?
They all around the same size. Like, it wasn't too much matter. They all around the same size.
Okay. But the, you know who I'm talking about when I say the bigger guy? The stockier one?
That was with him?
Mm-hmm.
I guess. You asked me, do I know him?
Okay, so you know that there's 3 people there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, let's say person 1 and person 2, okay? Can you describe who person 1 would be to you? You know what I mean? So I can tell who you're talking about as far as what they're doing in the video.
I just know they're talking about, oh, put this gun right here. Let me see that gun out that bad. I'm finna do this, finna shoot the house up, finna kill this and that, finna do all this. That's it.
Do you remember seeing a gun?
Not really.
Okay, what do you remember seeing when they were talking about that? Y'all got a lie? Y'all seen gun in the lie? Honestly, I don't remember if I see the gun, but I remember what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Do you remember what they were doing when he was saying that? You remember who was saying that?
They were just walking. They
Yeah.
just walking.
Okay. So he says, take this, and then what does he do?
They were still on the house talking.
I mean, I remember him doing something when he says, take this. All right, what is he talking about?
Oh, the gun.
Okay, what does he do with the gun?
I don't know. Either I don't know. Either had it in his hand. I don't know.
Okay. So when he says, take this, can you tell where he's at? Okay, but you know that he's talking about a gun, you said. Okay. What did he say as far as what he was going to do and where he was going to go and stuff like that? Walk me through that.
You ask me what he do and say?
Well, what he was saying about where he was going and what he was going to do.
Well, he was like, I'm gonna go to 530 to 6th Street. Don't come to the, I'm coming to the main house.
Uh-huh.
Something like that, something this and that.
Okay. And is that your address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know how he knows where y'all live? Okay. Was that a surprise to you that he knew where you guys live?
Probably, he probably knew from his mama.
Okay.
About everybody just, not everybody don't know where we live at, but it's just like, it's right there on First Street.
Okay. All right, so he's saying he's going to come there, that he's going to fire off and stuff like that. He's talking about the guns. He says, here, take this. He's got 2 guys with him, okay? Where are you at when you're seeing this?
After months of lying, Anderson finally admits that he was home at the time.
Okay, where in the house, though?
Um,
Okay, you share your room with anybody?
my brother,
Which brother?
my little brother.
Okay, so Danny, right? Okay. Which one of you noticed the video first?
My brother.
Okay, Danny did. Was he on his phone or a tablet or a computer?
Phone.
How did he see it? Phone. Okay. Did he start showing you the video, or did he tell you to pull it up, or how did that happen?
Nah, it was just like, they just went live, and I guess my brother joined it.
Okay, so he starts watching it? Okay. Do you know at what point in that video he started seeing it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So he starts seeing it, he shows it to you. You remember that the 3 of them are walking, they're talking about coming to your house, giving your address. Did they say who they were coming to target?
They said, I think they said they were coming for Daniel. They were like, oh, we're coming for Daniel, we're coming for this and that.
Okay. And what was the beef between him and Daniel?
I don't know, my brother rap. And they just be thinking, my brother just rap. And I think they just like, my brother rap, man, you be hating.
Okay. But they got some kind of beef with Daniel. Was Daniel actually at the house? Okay. Where was he?
He was a girlfriend.
Okay. And what's her name?
Zoe.
Okay. What did she do?
I don't know. I just know the police was like, oh, it was his girlfriend. It was Zoe. You see?
Yeah, that's true. All right. So he wasn't there, but Danny's there. Was your mom in the house when this all happened?
My mom was in the room.
Okay. Does she normally keep the door shut, open?
Shut, open, it just depends.
It depends. Okay. Do you remember that day if it was shut or open, or if she saw you or anything like that? Okay. All right. So you're watching this video. He's saying that he's coming to your house, that he's going to target Daniel. Now we know that Daniel isn't there, but what are you concerned about? What do you think is going to happen?
My life, my brother's life, my mama's life.
Okay.
And people, it was like kids and shit. I mean, excuse my language, it was kids outside. Anybody. Kids outside.
Mm-hmm.
People walking around. All type. It was a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. So you're worried about you. You're worried about your brother. You're worried about your mama. You're worried about the house. You're worried about anybody that could be outside that could. I mean, he's talking about a gun, right? So what do you think is going to happen?
He was coming to get it, like they was coming to kill the whole house.
Okay. It's like he was going to shoot you guys.
Basically.
Have you ever seen what happens to people when they get shot? I mean, have you known anybody that got shot? Okay. You hear about anybody that's gotten hurt or died from being shot?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that that's a reality then, right? Okay. So, okay. And I know that you said that when you first saw him start up, or when you first started watching the video, you didn't really know where he was. Was there a point that you could see where he was walking? Like you recognized the surroundings or anything like that?
No, man, it was just like, oh, he said he coming here. So we gotta protect ourselves.
Okay. But I guess my question is, how'd you know to go to the cut?
You see the cut from the road. You just look and see.
Okay, so I know if I'm standing at your house, I can look down the road, there's that little dead end, then the cut, and then the church, right? But how did you know to go that way opposed to, going back the other way out the neighborhood?
Say that again?
As detectives challenge Anderson's claim of self-defense with evidence that Purcell showed no aggressive actions, Anderson's anxiety visibly increases. He tries to emphasize that he didn't mean for things to escalate and that he was only trying to protect himself. Forensic experts would interpret this as a partial admission strategy, where the suspect acknowledges a degree of responsibility, but attempts to soften the severity of his actions, hoping for a less severe judgment.
I'm trying to remember what the other road is right there.
She was still on the phone with him?
I mean, she ain't come back in here, then yeah, she probably is. Okay. So I know this is y'all right here, right? And this is the cut to the church. So how do you know to go this way instead of coming back up here to Orange Avenue?
Like once you come to the road, you can see. You can see straight down.
Yeah, I know you can see straight down. But how'd you know that he was over here opposed to being like over here?
Oh, the live video.
Okay, so you could tell where he was.
Like not as like first thing. Oh yeah, I know he at.
Mm-hmm.
It was like later. When I started seeing like my area, my neighborhood.
Okay, so like you're seeing houses and stuff like that you recognize that.
Anderson had to recognize the location fairly quickly, since he was able to determine the route to take to place him behind Purcell.
Hey, can I help you with that? Because this is typically more comfortable. If it's down here, but now it's up above that. Actually, do this side. Do you want it up under there? So when you see him in your neighborhood, does that make you think that he's coming or going to your house?
Well, it was already said on live. He was already saying like, oh, finna come here.
So he's saying he's coming there. You start seeing the houses that you recognize that are in your hood. Do you think there's any chance that he's not coming to your house? Okay. Do you think he was joking or bluffing? Okay. So you didn't take it as a joke then, right?
He was on about talking about killing and talking about weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You don't play like that.
Okay. So at the point that he says, "Here, hold this," do you remember if you were still in your house or if you're out of your house?
It was something like it was something like either hold this or let me see them. Let me see them too. Something like that.
And I remember hearing stuff like that. I just don't independently remember when that happened. Okay. All right. So.
What you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say you go down to the cut. What do you see? What is he doing?
I got too much to remember.
See if I can find a marker real quick because I'm a visual person. I don't know about you.
Am I going to the county tonight?
What's that?
I said I'm going to the county tonight.
I don't know. We're gonna tell the state what we're talking about. It's gonna be up to them. All right. So your house is right here. This is your road. This is a little cut that goes over to the church parking lot, right? All right. And I'll take you out of that so that you can show me, okay? I still gotta leave these on because it's policy that once you are detained like this, I gotta leave them on. So just be careful where you step, okay? So where were you when you first saw them?
What is it, the road?
Yeah, like this is the road, this is the little cut. So there's like the trees over here, right? And then this is the parking lot. So like Orange Avenue's up here and Wanish is over here. Does that look right to you?
This my house. This the road to go down to the church.
Yep.
So we right here.
Yeah, so like, I know this isn't like to scale, you know, it's not like Google Maps. So let's say that the last house is right here. You know which house I'm talking about? Okay. And then this is all the woods. So when you first see them, where are you at?
Right here.
Okay. So like right by that gate, kind of?
I'm just, I'm coming out the house, walking down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make sure I don't even get. I'm just trying to make sure that my people were straight. I just need to know people were straight.
Okay. When you say your people were straight, which people are you worried about?
My mom and my brother.
Okay, so they stayed in the house, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So when you went outside, what did you think you needed to do?
Protect. Set the fence.
Okay, I hear you. So when you go out there, where are you at when you first see them?
After mapping out the location on the board, Anderson is able to answer more clearly, which will help the detective to have a better understanding of his movements.
That's my question. Like, where are you standing? Are you still on the road? Are you by the gate? Are you in the parking lot? Where are you at?
Once you come out the house, you just walk this way, you just walk down the road. And I guess they was already coming up the road. They was already coming up the road, then it was something like, I guess, shoot. I guess they was trying to shoot.
Okay, when you say he was coming up the road, which area was he in?
Coming up this, you said this the road, right? You said this the road.
Yep.
But it's like this the road. Then you got like little, it's like some little rail shit to keep cars from like whoop whoop. Like you can either go this way or you can go this way. Then this gonna be like through the church, through all that.
Okay. So, are they in the parking lot? Are they in that little path?
Like this and like through the.
Okay. And is that where you are, or is that where they are?
Them. No, like I'm like this my road. Cause like you got a gray house and you got that like a little pink house.
And then there's, I think, one more house after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm down there like by the crib. I'm by the crib. No. See, going live. Getting ready for the shoot.
Okay. And when you say when you see them, I mean like in person. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. All right. So you see them. Do you see 1, 2, or 3 of them?
It was like it was damn, but it was like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So is he in the front or in the back?
Front.
Front. Okay. And then the other 2 are behind him.
The main one. So if he was in front and they in the back, so he had weapons. Cause ain't no reason they finna be in the back if they got weapons.
Okay. So he's in the front. He's the one leading the charge. How much further back are they from him? We're talking like 10 feet, 20 feet, 50 feet?
Ain't gonna lie. They was far, but not that far.
Okay.
But they was far.
Okay. So how far is far to you? Like, do you know feet or meters or car lengths or?
Probably like.
Detectives confront Anderson with witness statements that contradict his version of events, suggesting he initiated the confrontation. Anderson becomes more defensive, claiming that everything happened so fast and that he acted on impulse. His statements begin to reflect desperation as he cycles through justifications without fully addressing the evidence. Forensic analysis would note this behavior as a sign of narrative unraveling, where suspects caught in lies resort to vague explanations to create doubt.
15 feet.
Feet. Okay. All right. So they're behind him, and what can you tell he's doing? What can you see him doing?
Two.
Okay. So I know you've got one hand up like the phone, right? What was his other hand doing?
I don't know.
You don't know? You couldn't see?
Could have been anything.
Okay.
On the lie, he was saying, "Give me this, give me that." I don't know.
Okay. And were you able to watch the live all the way up until you saw them?
No, man.
Okay. When did you stop watching the live? I mean, I'm guessing it's when you walked out the house, but do you remember the last thing that you saw before you walked out?
I think like a whole bunch of stuff, and I seen like, "Oh, hit me that gun." Cause that's when it started getting serious. People were talking about, hit me this gun, hit me that gun. We finna go. They was coming to kill the whole house.
I've seen the video. Okay, and I'm not asking you to remember the exact words that they were saying. I'm just trying to see if you remember what was happening when you walked out of the house. Okay. So, you come up, feet behind him. What are they doing?
Just looking like they got something just in the back.
In the back? Okay. Do you mean like behind them or?
What I like, they was behind him, 10 feet, 10, 15 feet behind him.
Okay.
They ain't tripping, cause I know they ain't too far.
Okay.
10, 15 feet ain't too far.
No, I agree. So you're saying, his other hand, the two of them in the back, can you tell if they have any guns or anything? Like, do you see them with a gun?
I mean, if you outside walk, you're not gonna just be like this.
Okay.
If you gonna do that, you might well just continue to just be like, oh.
So was one of them or both of them doing that? That's what I'm asking you to explain to me.
Either it was one of them, either it was both of them. They were kind of far away.
Okay. So how many feet do you think you were?
Before I saw him?
Yeah.
You asked me how far I was from him when I seen him.
Mm-hmm. First time you saw him? In person, not online.
Probably like
Okay, from you to me? Okay, so that's maybe about 10 to 15 feet too?
That's like if I'm standing right here, like, no, look, say if you standing right here, and you meet, and then I'm trying. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
What you gonna do?
So what did he start doing? Tell me.
Like, trying to I guess he was trying to do what he was trying to own up to what he was saying.
Okay. So you're saying trying to up it. Tell me what you mean by that, because I think I know what you mean.
Take the kill.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Did you think he was trying to fight you physically? Did you think he was trying to do something else? Okay, tell me what you thought and why you thought that. This is the important part, okay?
I ain't gonna lie. I just thought they were just gonna kill. They were gonna kill us, bro.
Okay. I know you talked about them having guns, saying they're gonna kill you. When you see him physically, what is he doing?
I just told you. He was trying to.
Okay, so then what you did with him fiddling around by his pants pocket?
I don't want to say I seen, but what you doing?
Okay, so here, sit down. All right, because I'm trying to help you express what you're trying to say, okay?
Anderson is trying to say that Purcell reaching into his pocket made him nervous. That part of his story is reasonable, considering the verified threats and the stated intention of Purcell's group to come to Anderson's home.
All right, so one of his hands you're saying is down here, right? Okay. What were you concerned about being right there?
A gun.
Okay. What did you think he was doing when he put one of his hands down there?
Get a gun, try to pull out and shoot.
Okay. And what made you think that? What happened before this that made you think that could happen?
What happened before that? It was the live video when he was saying, "Oh, once I come, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that."
Okay.
That's what had me feeling like that. That's what had me feeling like, bro, you gotta put like self-defense, bro, protect.
Okay. So him before saying, we've got guns, we're going to come to your house, we're going to shoot it up and all that. And then when you see him 10 to 15 feet away, you see his hand down by his side and you're scared that he's going to get a gun is what I'm hearing you say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then what did you do?
It was like, I think they had a book bag. I think they had a book bag with guns in it.
Okay. What makes you think that?
But I think they probably took it off him. Cause it was a book bag. I don't know who had the book bag. He was like, if he said, "Let me see my out the book bag," or "Let me see," put them two right there. You gotta know for real to know what he was talking about. You gotta know for real to know what he was talking about. I'm talking about hit me this, hit me that. That's like, man, you gonna do something like that. I'd be like, oh, hit me that one. Put them two in that bag, then hit me that.
Okay, so you saw that part where he's saying those things.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you remember which one of the guys had the book bag?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It was just him.
Alright. So you don't know who has the bag, but you know that the bags may be going in and out, or I'm sorry, the guns may be going in and out of the bag, right? Okay. Alright, so then you think that he's about to pull out a gun. What did you do? And why?
Protecting myself without fear for my life.
Okay. How did you protect yourself? And why did you feel like that was necessary for what he was doing? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That happened because that could happen to me. That could have been me dead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what did you do? Because I can't put that in your mouth. Did you fist fight him?
No, ma'am, I ain't fist fight.
Okay. So tell me what happened, and tell me why you believe that that was necessary so that you would not end up dead. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go through that.
Cause he was already on the live, talking about this and that, telling me he's gonna do this and do that.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
saying he's
that's
going to come to your house. He's saying he's going to shoot it up. And then you go outside of your house and he is there, and you see him reach like he may be going for a gun. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is the hard part. I know this is the hard part. Okay. And I'm trying to be helpful. Okay. But this is part of where I can't put these words into your mouth. Okay. So you know that he may have a gun and that he has already declared, I'm coming to kill you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I understand that part of it. Okay. We do have to talk about your part of it to get past this. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead. What did you do?
Protecting myself.
Okay. I know you protected yourself. How did you protect yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I protected myself.
Alright, I know this is hard. This is what I'll walk you through, okay? Did you get a gun before you left the house?
Me.
Mm-hmm. I know this is the hard part. You're not telling me anything I don't know, though. Okay? You get that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alright. Did you get a gun before you left the house?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When did you get the gun?
It was somewhere. It was like shut off. I got it like when I heard all this and now all these threats. When all these threats saying they're gonna do this and that to my family. So I had to stand up and protect.
But you got a gun before you went down there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Anderson went to the parking lot armed. He knew Purcell's group had at least one weapon, and he wasn't going to put himself at a disadvantage.
All right. Where did you have your gun?
I got it in the bag.
Okay. It was in a bag that you were carrying?
Not a trash bag, but
Like a satchel, like a fanny bag? Okay. All right. So was it in the bag?
In the final phase, detectives reveal that Anderson's approach to Purcell on the live stream was recorded from multiple angles, solidifying the evidence against him. Anderson's demeanor shifts to resigned, but still avoids outright confession, stating he made a mistake, but that he wasn't thinking clearly. Forensic experts would interpret this as a final attempt to mitigate responsibility by framing his actions as impulsive rather than intentional, a tactic commonly used by suspects facing irrefutable evidence.
after.
Your gun because you're going to protect yourself and your family.
Yes, ma'am. Mind you, I already seen it live, so I'm already knowing what he was saying, what he trying to come do.
I know. Okay. I'm not trying to trick you, okay? But this is the part where, I need you to say these things. I can't say them for you. I can repeat them and summarize them, but I can't make your story for you, okay? Okay. So then you see that he's on the live, he starts fiddling around by the waist, you think that he may be pulling a gun on you. So what did you do with your gun?
I used it.
Okay. Did you shoot at him?
No, man, it was just warning shots.
Warning shots?
It wasn't like, I'm just walking. It ain't even like, I'm just like, oh, they talking shit, I'm finna go kill his ass. Don't even nothing like that, bro. It's like, I'm coming, he's doing all this. You already said you got a gun, hand you your gun out the bag. What you got a gun for? What you coming to my house to kill my people for? You could've just fought it out. You could've just told me like, oh baby, just get the one, bro. But you wanna do all this on live. Tell me like, where your gun at? You finna do this, you finna do that. He ain't have to do all that because you got to save, bro.
And we already talked about this. You're not taking it like he's joking, okay?
Anderson took the threat seriously, but the shots he fired were meant to strike Purcell, which is why he approached from behind.
I don't think he was joking either, okay? I don't know why he would bring guns, okay? I think that that is a reasonable and credible threat, okay? If somebody is saying that they're going to come to your house, that they're going to shoot you, and they're talking about passing around the guns on video, okay? Please understand, none of us doubt that, okay? But this is the part that we're getting to where we need you to explain what you're thinking and what you're scared of and why you're doing what you're doing.
I was scared for my life. I was trying to, who wanna die?
Hopefully nobody, okay? All right, what did you
You probably would have been dead. I wouldn't even be here right now.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you went out there to make sure that he didn't get to your house to hurt you or your people, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So okay, walk me through how many times you shot and where you were shooting.
How many times I shot? I shot like a few times.
Okay. You shot like 3 times?
3.
Okay.
I don't know how it ended up being that. I don't know how it ended up being that.
What do you mean?
I don't know how it ended up being my dad. Somebody being dead, but I wasn't even trying to aim to kill nobody.
Okay. Have you ever shot a gun before that? No? Okay. What kind of gun was it? Was it a semi-auto or a revolver or what?
I don't remember.
Okay, does it look like mine?
No, I know that is. That's a Glock.
Okay. But does it have like the big Western barrel, or is it slim like this where it's got a slide you can rack? Slide you can rack? Okay. Do you know what caliber it was? I don't remember.
Probably not.
Okay. Alright. So you think you shot maybe 3 times, and I don't even remember how many casings there were. Okay. When did he fall?
I don't know. I ran. I ran.
Okay.
I ran.
So when you started shooting, alright, so where are you at when you start shooting?
I'm like, this the road. Just like where the car's not coming. I'm probably like right here.
Okay, so just past those little rails.
Right there.
It is important to determine the positions of Anderson and Purcell to make the decision on whether or not he had reason to fear that his life was in immediate danger.
No, probably not even that. Probably before the rails. Cause I'm trying to remember, bro. Probably before the rails.
Okay. And
He was right there.
now show me where it was.
Like, these the rails. I'm probably like right here. Just probably like right there, coming right there.
Okay, so is he still in the parking lot, or is he on the cut, or what?
No, he went on the parking lot. At that point, he was past the parking lot.
Okay.
He was on the way going through. He was on the way passing The little thing for the cars. Like you can open and close that.
Okay. So he's over there. You start shooting. Which direction does he go when you start shooting?
I don't know which way he ran.
Does he chase after you? Does he go away from you? What happened?
Right, I'm trying to remember. Only chase, only. I don't know, I just know I did. I must have not ran. Like, not ran. I don't know. He probably did chase. I don't know.
Okay. Where did you run to?
I ran to. You said like where I went after that? I went to my homeboy house.
Okay. Which one of your homeboys did you go to?
Tree.
Okay. And that's over on South Adams, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which way did you take to get there? Did you cut through the church or did you go some other way?
I went through the whole church? Yeah, I went through the church straight up. Then hit that road, then went to AP.
Okay. So help me with this. Like, this is Orange Avenue up here, and this is Wanish. Did you run over to Wanish, or did you run up to Orange and then go over?
If this like what a rest for cars, and like if you keep going straight, you're gonna be by. If you keep going straight, you're gonna be like right there on Wanish. On Wanish, it's all Wanish road. Coming out the church. All I gotta do is go this way. This is go this way. This is gonna be it's just gonna if he did all this.
Okay.
That's what.
You ain't gotta worry about erasing. Where did?
But only thing I know, like when I was running, I was getting chased.
You were getting chased?
I was getting chased like when I was running.
Okay. How could you tell you were being chased? Tell me what you could hear, or see, or feel, or whatever.
I felt somebody chasing me. They was chasing me because all I do is turn around and see somebody chasing.
Okay.
But it was like I can't remember. I was so damn tired. Well, I was so tired, bro. I can't remember this shit. But yeah, after that I ran through. I guess they were trying to chase me, but after I got through the gate, I was already gone. It like went up and didn't do. Cause I left them like I left them.
Okay, so they never got close to you. Okay.
But it was chase. But I ain't gonna say they got close.
But they didn't catch up to you. Okay. All right. And then I know that we've only got one type of shell casing. That they're all from the same gun, so I know they didn't shoot at you either. So did they just stop chasing you, or did they go back?
They probably did. Cause once I went on the road, I turned around. Once I went from the church, it was like somebody was chasing me again, and I kept running. Then I turned around again, and it wasn't nobody else. So they probably did. Cause if you on this road, it's like this road and this road. If you finna go down this way, I'ma still see you. And if you finna go to the opposite way, I'm still gonna see you. The only way I ain't gonna see you.
I'm just trying to figure out which roads you're talking about, okay? Alright. So this is your road, and then this is the cut. So like this is where the gates are, and then this is the parking lot. So up here is Orange Avenue.
No, it wasn't even that way.
Okay.
It wasn't even that way. It's this way.
Okay, so you went over to Wanish.
It's like what that happened, boom, I went this way. They was chasing me until I got over here.
And DuPont will take you over to Adams, right?
You said now?
You said that they chase you over to Wanish and you came down.
Right, then once I got on that, once I got on DuPont.
Okay. And then this takes you through over here. There's a cut there too, right?
Anderson is detailed about his route, but he isn't being entirely honest. He shot Purcell before the others had a chance to spot him, and he was never pursued.
Did you get rid of it? Did you give it to somebody? What did you do with it?
I was in the house and I was just drinking my water, trying to get back right. Trying to get my crap back. I don't know what happened to the gun. It was just like I sat right there. Once I hadn't did what I was doing, that bill gone.
Okay, so that's once you were already at Adam's place?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Alright. You said that you were drinking water trying to get right, like get your head straight, or were you drunk, or were you high?
I was tired.
Okay, tired from running, I assume. And I know that was probably a pretty traumatic experience too. Okay. And that was at Trey's house, right? Is it for Trey or Trey for?
It didn't matter.
Well, I just don't know what to call him when I talk about him. Alright, but did you stay over there that night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then at what point did you come back to your place and see your brothers?
That next morning.
Okay. And they were all okay, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank God.
Yeah. I know that Danny was there when you guys saw the live. Obviously, he knew what was going on when he left the house. Did he tell you how that made him feel?
It's like I know how he probably felt. He probably didn't want to tell me, but I know he was terrified. Anything could have. My nephews could have been there. Anything. My grandma could have been there. Anybody.
I know. I hear you. How'd they react when you told them what happened?
Like, what you mean?
I mean, I know that they had your back, but were they like thankful that you did that? Were they scared for you? How did they react?
It was just like you protected us. You had to do it. Feel me? But it wasn't even like, oh yeah, bro, I just did this, bro. Like you hide from the police. I need to do this. I need to do that. Cause who finna just do that and just think they finna just come on, man. Who finna just do that? Think they finna just like get away with some shit like that.
You remember when and how you found out that he had died? Was it something like
after the fact?
Yeah, was it on the news or social media? Somebody tell you?
Social media.
Okay. Do you remember who was saying it?
A whole bunch of people.
Okay. How'd that make you feel when you found out that he had died?
I was thinking to myself, he didn't have to be there. It could have just fought. I would have a knot than rather be dead.
Yeah.
Could have had a bust look and be dead.
Yeah. So I know that we talked a little bit about the casings.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard anything about how we can look at casings and figure out which guns they come from and stuff like that?
And it's like from the top.
Yeah, it's from the top. So like the firing pin. It's the cartridge casing, and that tells us, you know, which gun it came from, because there's like teeny tiny millimeters and each one is different, so it's kind of like a fingerprint. So obviously in this one we see that all the cartridge casings were fired from the same gun. So we can tell that. I don't remember how many there were, but when I was out there, there were cartridge casings.
That's how many cases there were?
I don't remember how many there were. I remember there were a couple along here, and there are several right there.
The detective brings up the casings, which are likely going to tell a different story than Anderson.
So he's telling me it was more than 3 shots.
It was more than 3 shots, but here's the thing. Like, I can ask an officer who's been involved in a shooting, how many times did you shoot? And they'll say, 2 or 3. And they may have shot 6 or 7. That's totally normal, okay? You're not going to remember how many you shot, okay? I'm not trying to call you a liar about that or anything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what I'm having a problem with is that in the live video, but I believe you what you're saying, okay? The video faces forward, and the only part that you can't really see, and I'll use yours, okay, if this is the cut leading up to it, is like where the trees are. Okay? He starts getting shot at way over here. And that's maybe 45, 60 feet away from where the cut is.
Yeah.
Alright. In the Alright. And the casings, you've seen them come out of a gun before, right? They come out the right side. These casings are okay. What happened?
When you were down, I was down at AP.
When a bullet goes through something, it goes in a general direction. You know what I'm saying? And what a lot of people call him a coroner, but here it's a medical examiner. Same thing. And we know that these shell casings are the same as these shell casings, which tells me that these that you fired at him while he's running away are the same here. And we hear those shots on the live after he's already down. So I know that at that point, you're not up on Orange Avenue.
That's 7 sides though.
I don't know how many it was.
Oh.
Okay. I just know that there's several. I think it was 3 standing over him. Okay. Help me understand that.
You stand over him?
Mm-hmm.
It was like coming from where I'm coming from. He coming from where he's coming from. He was trying to reach for something. I got off the side. Boom. I guess I missed. I don't even shoot it to kill nobody, bro. I'm just like, don't come up here. Don't come up here. Cause if you like, you trying to come up here, I'm just protect.
But at the point, and I'm not saying that's not what you're doing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I understand these. Okay? And he got hit over here. And that's when he fell down. Okay? That's while he was still running. He got hit. He falls down. Alright? What I don't understand is why you're over him, shooting him while he's down. Help me understand that.
This 1, 2, 3. 3 shots. Then once you fall, he said I was not. He said I saw him again when he was on the ground.
Yeah. Because you can hear the shots while he's already down. And we see the casings right there by him. So here I can see what's happening is that he's running, you're chasing. Okay? And he falls.
No, once. He facing. Once I see him, he can see me.
He's facing this way, and you're right here. You fire the first shot, he bolts that way. You're chasing him and shooting while he's running. And with one of those shots, he falls down to the ground. While he's down to the ground, I can say forensically, okay? Because the doctor can tell me where that bullet went in and what direction it went.
Yeah.
And I've got those shell casings there on scene right next to him. Because remember, it comes out the gun, okay? It's going to be in the general area where it's shot from. So that's how I can say you shot and chased, is because those casings are running too. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And all these up here by him, and with him being shot on the ground, I know that he was shot while he was down. Why?
I thought he had a gun. I thought he was trying to kill me. I thought he was trying to kill.
Okay.
I thought he was trying to kill us.
But if he goes down, why not run this way? Why keep going? You see what I'm saying?
Look though, he was with people and he talking about him this, him that. So right now I gotta watch. I gotta deal with drill y'all.
Yeah, but you actually ran in the direction that they were already standing. And I know that he didn't have a gun.
reaching, saying he can do this and do that. Hand me that gun. Hand me this gun. What I supposed to think?
I understand that part. That's what I'm saying. I understand that part. Okay. If somebody's sitting there saying, "I'm going to kill you. I've got a gun, and I'm going to kill you," and they reach into their pocket like they're getting a gun, what do you think I'm going to do as an officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I understand that part. Okay. What I'm telling you is he's definitely not got a gun waving it out at you up here. He's down. He got hit. He ain't moving. And I know that because we got the video. So help me understand why stand over and shoot? That's what I've got heartache about. I don't get that part.
I know. When I did that, the gun jammed. It was jammed. It was jammed.
These are spent cartridge casings. Okay? Meaning that the gun successfully fired a bullet, the projectile out of it, and those struck him. So the gun wasn't jammed at that point. Now, could it have jammed after that? Yeah, because I hear that click. The click that you're talking about. I remember hearing that. And that was after 3 shots standing over him.
So what you're saying is I stood up here and shot him 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
Only shot 3 times.
No, it's okay that you don't remember how many times you shot. Okay? Because we have officers that don't remember how many times you shot.
No, I'm telling you, I know how many times I shot.
And I'm telling you,
3 times.
There are more shell casings than that, and all of those shell casings came from the same gun, so I know that you shot more than 3 times.
So what you're telling me, you heard more than 3 shots on the live?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, but I know how many times I shot. I ain't tripping.
You shot 3 times up here, but you also shot down here while he's running.
So what you saying? What you saying? I want to defend myself?
I don't know what you're defending when you're up here. This, I get. Okay. He's saying that he's going to come here, that he's going to kill you guys. He is on his way, and you see him fiddling around by his pants, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But at the point that you shoot and he starts running, and you start chasing, and I know you got these 2 fools to deal with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But at the point that he's down, why shoot him more? That's what I don't get. And I know that that part doesn't have to do with these guys, because you actually ran back the same way that they were. I know it's going to be hard to hear, but they were actually the ones that had the guns. Do you have any explanation that you can give me for that part?
Why I stood over him?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was gonna die that night, bro. I was thinking about my life. If you saying you finna come do this and that, if you saying you finna come kill us, what else for me to do?
I hear you, but think about your expectations for law enforcement, okay? So I'm out with somebody, they say that they're going to shoot me, that they're going to kill me, okay? And they reach into their pocket, all right? And they start to pull something out. I can explain maybe a shot or 2 until I understand what it is, right? Because I have almost shot somebody over a cell phone, okay? All right. So I understand this position that you're in, because I almost had to do that, okay? And I remember how terrifying that was, okay?
The detective shows some empathy when Anderson begins to panic because he realizes that he is going to have trouble getting anyone to believe his self-defense plea.
Thank God I didn't have to shoot anybody. I was never in that same position that you're in, okay? But as a law enforcement officer, what's your expectation, okay? Once I realize that it's not a cell phone, that there's no longer a threat there, I stop shooting, right? Okay? Otherwise, what is it? That's bad, okay? That's not an officer, enforcing the law or anything like that. I would have to have an explanation for why. For him, he's running away and he's down, and I know he ain't got a gun. Do you have any explanation for why you stood over him and shot him like that?
It was 3 shots. We saying it was 7.
I know that up here, there was 3. Okay? This was just to give you a path of what I'm talking about. Okay? I don't remember exactly how many are down here. Alright? But I know that up here, it was 3. And then you hear that empty click of you pulling the trigger. Alright? But no round being fired. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am. But it'd been people had it got, it'd been people that didn't. Somebody else could have killed them. They run. And they still got a chance to turn around and shoot you. They still got a chance to do what they want to do at the end of the day.
But the difference here is that you weren't standing your ground and defending your ground, okay? In this, he ran away and you chased him. You see the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
All right? So like I'm standing on my property, I have every right to be there. And somebody comes and they're trying to hurt me, I can defend myself, okay? But I can't chase them all the way down Orange Avenue shooting at them, you know? And I'm not saying that that's how far he went, okay? Obviously it's not. But I don't understand, you know, I can understand a few shots while he's running away, but at the point that he's down and he hasn't pulled a gun on you, he hasn't shot at you, I don't understand why you still think there's a threat there. And if you put that into officer terms, right, our expectations for our law enforcement officers, we wouldn't be okay with our cops doing that, standing over somebody shooting them like that. There's no explanation for that part. These shots up here, I totally get. This here, I don't.
But it's like not. When them shots was off, I don't think nobody was hit. I don't think nobody was hit.
What do you mean?
Like, cause you told me the shots that led up to that. I don't think like the shots when wasn't nobody hit.
Okay, but when he fell, it was obvious he got hit.
I don't know. Maybe he could have tripped. Maybe he could have got hit. I don't know.
Okay, but he's already run away from you. He's not coming to your house at that point, right? He's running away from you, and he's down. And I know that he didn't pull a gun on you. I know he didn't point a gun at you. I know he didn't shoot at you, because we only have your casings there. So that's what I don't get. That's the only thing that I have heartache over. I get the rest of it. I get him being on live saying he's going to come there. They're talking about the guns, that he's going to shoot you up, that he's going to try and get Daniel. He could hurt anybody in the house. I get that. Okay? I don't get why you're chasing him.
Danquies Anderson's interrogation demonstrates a calculated attempt at narrative control as he shifts from denial to selective admission and rationalization. Each stage reflects his effort to evade accountability while responding to mounting evidence. This case provides insight into how suspects employ psychological tactics to navigate high-stakes interrogations, often revealing guilt through inconsistencies and shifting stories. Subscribe to Inside Evil Interrogations for more detailed analyses of real-life criminal cases and the psychological dynamics behind these intense interrogations.